Welcome back to another episode of Warren Cali. In this episode, I'm going to detail the story of a 13-year-old teen robber turned killer. January 6, 2024, two robbers entered the Orlando market a little after 8 p.m. A 13-year-old along with an accomplice allegedly pulled out a gun when they got to the counter. The teen flashed the gun and pointed it at the clerk, Majid Alazani, who allegedly grabbed the barrel of the pistol and attempted to wrestle the gun away. Police will say that's when the 13-year-old pulled the trigger. Majid Alazani was shot in the chest, taking his life. He was 46 years old. Majid Alazani was known as a fixture in his community who helped out his neighbors and was a father of four who owned the Orlando market.
Last night, and the third was a store clerk on Linden Street, just a block away from McClymonds High School. That's where Da Lin is for us tonight, talking to his friends and family and neighbors about the senseless loss. Da?
Friends and neighbors have been coming by this corner market to light candles, drop off flowers, and pray for the victim's family. They say the man was a fixture and beloved in this community. The family identified the murder victim as 46-year-old Majid Alazani. The robbery happened on Saturday night just after 8 o'clock inside Orlando's market. The family tells me his brother owns the corner store and Majid had worked there for years.
I want them to remember him as a hard-working man from the Middle East trying to live the American dream, and he was just doing to provide for his family.
Family friend Bazuri Hassan says Majid came from Yemen. His wife and 4 kids live near the store.
Unbelievable, because the family, the kids, everybody have to suffer.
Bazuri says he learned from the family the robbers were a couple of young people. It's unclear why they shot Majid during the robbery and how much they got away. A neighbor's door camera recorded 1 gunshot. Police say family members did not wait for the ambulance and drove Majid to the hospital themselves. He died a short time later.
They've had ATMs yanked out of it to the point where they weren't dealing with ATMs for a while. There have been several incidents in the past of people trying to come in here and rob the store.
Travis Charles lives across the street from the market and has known Majid for almost 12 years. He says Majid was a generous man and sold him a car last March, even though he didn't have enough money. He needed a car to get to work.
I gave him $1,500 as a down payment, and every time I got paid, I gave him $1,000 here, $500 here. He never rushed me, never bugged me.
Many neighbors and longtime customers are heartbroken. They say Majid was a kind man.
I've seen his family grow up, and his kids he has a beautiful family, and I just feel awful for him.
Bazuri is angry over the loss of a friend. He's fed up and wants the mayor to declare a state of emergency.
Get some National Guard out here, get the military, try to tackle the situation.
If the city doesn't do more, he worries more people will die.
Non-stop, everyday robberies, killing. I mean, it's like a third world country.
The victim's family members say they turned all of the surveillance footage over to homicide investigators. Oakland police say so far no one has been arrested in this case. They did not release any suspect information.
To the ongoing robberies at the many Yemeni-owned neighborhood community markets, warning that one day it could turn deadly.
They robbed him. They could have got the couple of $100 and left. They did not have to shoot him. They did not have to kill him. And this has have to stop. It is getting out of hand.
Around 40 minutes later, the 13-year-old and his accomplice went to Jack's Liquors on Foothill Boulevard on 5th Avenue. They grabbed some soda from the refrigerator and placed them on the counter. Then one of them allegedly took out a gun and ordered the clerk to empty the register. The 13-year-old would yell to the clerk, "Give me the fucking money, I'm not joking," which they took the money and got away. The police will also say the 2 young men are also suspected in a robbery at a Target in Emeryville, which they committed the next day, but no charges have been filed yet in that case. The 13-year-old is the youngest local murder suspect in recent memory. He was arrested in February of 2024, leaving everybody shocked that he was only 13 years old. The 13-year-old boy is now being prosecuted as a juvenile, which limits his possible term of confinement. If convicted, he will spend no longer than his 25th birthday in jail. That will be in 2036 under a state law passed in 2018. Anyone younger than 16 cannot be charged as an adult in California. So even though the 13-year-old went on a crazy crime spree, he would be getting out and seeing the streets again. This will conclude this episode. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my previous episodes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.